Christmas-ish. In the spirit of Christmas, I'm wearing a red lip. Who else is digging my braids? I love braids for Christmas. They're easy, they're breezy. Anyways, guys, if you're new to the channel, welcome. It's so good to have you here. Make sure you click the subscribe button and also click the notification button so that you know every time I post off a video. And you can also scroll down and watch all the other videos where I was, doing my thing and blah, 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 blah. Anyways, guys, on the show today, I asked on my Instagram like I usually do, and you guys said that you want me to talk about relationships. Now, guys, I am by no means an expert on relationships. Nothing I'm saying here is scientifically proven. God, English is so difficult. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna be giving you guys, tips, tricks, talking about different relationship experiences that I've had. And what I was able to do was I divided the video into 3 parts: the young love, the mid-20s, and the the almost 30s to your late 20s. I'm just gonna be telling you guys what I feel your relationship should be like in all these 3 aspects of your life. So guys, let's do this. Okay, guys, so my very first segment, or my very first category, is the young love. You're young, you're probably between the ages of 15 and 19. You're still in your teens. You've read all the possible books in the world. You're still maybe in uni, or you're just fresh out of uni. So your perspective on life is very different. I think I had my first boyfriend when I was in GS3. I think it was in SS3. He was my best friend's elder brother. You guys, it was cute. We had baby names for each other. We were in the same high school. We would walk home together, see in church. It was innocent. It was, I loved him. To the best capacity that I knew I could love at the time. So what I want to make very, 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 very conscious here is, most times you don't end up with your very first love, because you're still evolving as a person. You're still learning to love yourself for you. You haven't made as many mistakes as possible. So you're like, hey. This love is usually cute. You guys, then it was midnight call. We would have seen each other the whole day in school, spent the entire break time together. But at night, midnight call, you had your phone, mom, she's coming, you have to be quiet and pretend you're sleeping when she comes into your room because she's heard you talking to somebody. It was very cute. And usually these ones, they're your very first serious heartbreak. You're just like, And then after high school comes the uni experience. Now with uni, there's a lot more freedom, on both parties. He's a little bit more boxed up than he would be in high school. You can make certain demands. Now for somebody like me that went to Babcock, relationships weren't necessarily frowned upon, but it wasn't necessarily allowed. And so we would take weekends. That was when I met Charlie Boy. This boy has been a bane to my existence. I fell in love with him. I was in 100 level, he was in 300. I've always liked older guys, by the way. But this love is a lot more. This is the part where you can get very toxic, because you're in uni, there's uni pressure, there's friends from all corners, chatting shit in your ear, expectations are rising. But I think the advice I would give to you at this stage is just be you, have fun with it. You're probably not gonna marry that person, but sometimes people marry people from their uni who they fell in love with. But have fun. Don't put a lot of pressure on it. Don't be an Instagram babe, because I feel like in my time, Instagram wasn't as big a deal as it is now, even though I'm not that old. But there weren't pressures of, I want a Gucci bag. When I leave school for a weekend, I want to stay in Eco Hotel and Southern Sun. There was none of that. You could just manage and, have fun with it. So the advice I would give here is love as hard as you can. Learn as many lessons. Be open to a lot of stuff, because you guys are still evolving. You're still growing. You're still becoming who you're gonna be eventually in future. And just love, be easy, don't put a lot of pressure on yourself. He's probably not gonna do half of the things you want him to do, because he's still in uni, for God's sake. He probably still getting pocket money from his dad and stuff like that. So I think the biggest mistake I made in this time was I was so big on attention and commitment. They must know this is my boyfriend, they must. And not everybody is at that point in their lives, especially with the boys at that stage. It's their free time. They're out of their father's house. They're getting some allowance, maybe doing 1 or 2 jobs on the side. So they really just want to flex. They just want to have fun. That's where, you get your very first serious heartbreak, where you're crying in your room and your friends don't even know what to say or to do for you to make you feel better. So with young love, especially when you're in your uni, don't take it too seriously. Just go with it. Have fun with it. He may end up being the one you end up with, but he may not. So don't put too much pressure on yourself when you're still in university, because, my darling, you have more than enough time. Like, time is the one thing you have at your beck and call at this point in time. Okay, guys, now for the second part, which is your early 20s, I'm categorizing this between 21 and 25, which is the bracket I fall under. Now, at this point, if you're like me and you want to get married before 25, hunty, date with purpose. Do not date a sack boy. I mean, between 20, 21, 22, you can still play around, have a couple of flings, date the wrong people, just have fun because, you graduated uni, you're probably done with NYC, you're just like, oh look, I'm feeling this guy, they feel the boy, let's just have fun. But by the time you hit 23, 24, 25, this is when I feel like you start to date with purpose. Start to look at different qualities in the man. It's no longer now supposed to be about his bank account or how he looks or necessarily, how you guys look together. It should be more of, okay, questions like, is he an honest person? How does he lie to me? Do I trust him? Is he loyal? Are we able to communicate? I feel like this is a time where a lot of women get it wrong. Maybe you have a good guy now, but because he doesn't look a certain way, he's not taking you on trips, you guys are not stunting on social media, you're like, this is a dead guy. And you end up with a wire boy. Why are you 25 and dating a boy who makes his living from a computer, pressing PPP, taking people's life savings? Don't do that. Don't be that person. Do not be that person. Guys, I just switched between like 3 accents right there. I'm a G. But guys, like what I'm honestly saying is 23 to 25 is when you should be in a serious courtship. Don't be 24 and be dating somebody you don't see yourself married to. Don't do that to yourself. Be honest with yourself. Say, okay, what kind of man do I want? First thing first, if you don't love yourself, I say this all the time, if you don't love yourself, nobody can love you right. So this is the period, I feel like between 21 and 23, while you're dating, sort of aimlessly, you should be finding out, okay, what do I like? What can't I tolerate? What are deal breakers for me? Do we have the same dreams? Does this man make me laugh? So that by the time you're dating somebody, either flimsily at that point in time, you're already either checking off or checking in certain characteristics that you can either tolerate or you can't. So that by the time you're 24, 25 and you start to date, you're not irritated by certain attitude that certain people have, because for one, it's a deal breaker. You're not going to tolerate it, you're not going to deal with it, and you don't have to make certain mistakes. Now at 23, 25, I feel like also as a woman, most of what I'm saying is from a girl's perspective, by the way. As a woman, you should be coming into your own. You should be independent, maybe have your own place or be sharing a place with somebody. You can still be living with your parents. You should have a job, have some savings tucked in, so you can take your man on a date and stunt on him a little, like, yeah, don't worry, babe, I got the bill. But don't go and take him to a hotel and say, I don't want to take him to a hotel. You cannot not pay. You people, we wash plates, what? Together. You will crop their ditches. I not say scrub. You will crop it because you're gonna, end up in a situation that you cannot manage. So I feel like between these ages, the first journey you should take is the journey of self. Get to know yourself. Get to know what are things you look for in a man. Prioritize. Okay, do I want a funny man more than I want a rich man? Do I want a man who's very focused as opposed to a man who has my time? Do I like a lot of attention or do I not? If somebody like me, if I message you and you didn't reply, only we're gonna have a little issue. I'm not saying you can't be busy and not reply my message, but like don't keep me on 2 blue ticks for 2 days. I can come to your house and stop you. So early to mid 20s is when you should be getting your shit together as a person and in a relationship. If you're not by God's blessing and grace married at that time, take your time. No relationship is perfect. You guys can work on stuff together. Look for compatibility. Somebody that okay, I'm B is next to C, B is next to A. Don't be B and go and be playing with Y. Coconut. Babe body, babe. You guys, I look like a retard doing that dance. But what I'm just saying is between your early 20s and your mid 20s is a time of personal self-discovery and a time to really focus on what kind of relationship and marriage you want to have, as opposed to, just playing around and, oh yeah, I like him, he likes me, you are increasing your body count going way, you're sleeping around and fledgering. Nah, that's not the time to do that. Okay, now guys, for the last part of the categories is your late 20s to your early 30s. Now already your mother is on your case. Nigerian mothers are already, tossing insults. Oh, you will not do that if you're in your husband's house. Oh, don't mind that. Oh, just refuse to marry and give me grandchildren, things like that. So I feel like this is the stage in your life where a lot of pressure comes in, and the biggest mistake of your life can be made. There is nothing worse than being pressured into a marriage. I've never experienced it, but I've had aunties who have experienced it, and it didn't turn out quite nice. So by the time you're between 28 and like 35, you're increasingly seeing, if it was me that was at that age, I would increasingly see the need to not have a man, because if I've survived this long without being married, if I'm as successful as I am, if my career is going as well, why do I really need a man? Do I really need a man? I mean, but at this stage, I feel like now you've known yourself the best that you can. You're mostly financially independent already. You probably have a house, have a car, have a great job. So you're more choosy with who and what you spend your time with. But the advice I would give people in this stage is hunting. To avoid 2023 Shiloh with somebody's picture. Stop being as choosy. It's not that deep. You guys, I talk to take my bridge from. But I'm not saying don't have your standards. I'm not saying don't have your deal breakers. I'm not saying don't have those things you can't compromise on. But I feel like you should not rigidly say, oh, if he's not 6 feet tall, I will not marry him. Hunty, you will die alone. A-L-O-N-E. Alone. Capital letter underlined. So don't let your reasons for not being with somebody at this stage be flimsy ones. Let it be that, oh, maybe he has a temper and I can't deal with somebody that has a temper. Or let it be like, oh, he's from a different religion and I can't handle that. Let it be concrete reasons. Let it be, oh, I'm AS, he's AS. Don't be saying, oh, I don't like his perfume, he presses the toothpaste in the middle. Girl, bye. So I think at this stage, you should also bring God into it. Take enough time away, say your prayers, tell God to send you a good man, because without God's intervention, a lot of times a lot of people are not where they should be. And I also feel like at this stage, as much as pressure can be coming, mom is talking, your aunties are talking, all your friends are getting married, you have bought a shwe big tire, you are the queen of 27 dresses, you have been bridesmaid, chief bridesmaid, our girls, auntie, a shwe big girl. On your banana and care, that's how they say it in my place. Everybody to their own. Your time is coming. Don't feel pressured so that the next guy that falls into your line of view, you're like, yes, he's the one, I'm gonna marry him. Because I think this is what a lot of people are doing these days, which is making marriages end. Be sure that if you're in a relationship, if you're getting married, first that you people are friends. Can this person make you laugh? Can you cope better in situations because this person is by your side? Are they loyal? Do they make you test their loyalty? Do you trust them? What is their family like? All these Patience Zoku movie you are seeing, it did not come from imagination. Somebody has experienced it. If you know somebody's family is not so great, my darling, think twice, because you're not just marrying that person, you're marrying their family as well. Because the day the person will fuck up, there will be no family to run to because they already don't like you. Do you guys get what I mean? Is this person spiritually connected to you? Is this person a spiritual God-fearing person? Do they support your dreams? Are they dream killers? Because a lot of men come, oh yeah, I'll support you, you will not see. Do you guys have like dreams? Do you guys want to have the same amount of kids? Check to see, does it have herpes? Does it have STD? Does it have HIV? Do they have Abiku in their house? Do your research, because a lot more goes into a serious relationship and a marriage than basic attraction and basic compatibility. I feel like if people spend more time getting to know each other and not getting to love the idea of each other, then everybody will be alright. Good, alright, last. And for the past 30s into their 40s, I didn't really have a lot of experience on that, so I can't really say much. Just hold on to God. Your time is coming. God will send you a man in due time. But there is really nothing wrong with being 45 and not married. People, they do it's just because we're in Nigeria and everybody is morally uptight and they feel like, oh, your achievement as a woman is when you have a husband and give birth to children. But guys, with that being said, I hope I've been able to clarify and help you guys with whatever relationship questions you might have. I think I'm gonna do a revamped relationship video later when I have more facts and I've gathered more juice, too much sauce. But how's everybody's dirty December going? As of when I'm making this video, the concert this weekend are Mayor Kun's concert on the 14th, Wande Cole's concert on the 14th as well. We died there on Friday. We actually died there. Then I think I have on Sunday I have the Born in Africa concert organized by Born in Africa Festival rather, organized by Access Bank Accelerate. It's going down at Eco Atlantic. I did do a giveaway on my Instagram, so if you're one of the people that got the giveaway. I can't wait to see you there. Let's turn up. Let's party with a burn boy. And then baby, we have to do that. Zanku, baby. Okay. I'm definitely getting to. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys same time, same place next week. Adios. Love each other. Love and